Buenas tardes to anybody who is going to join me. I'm here for Spanish 4 Regents, and today I'm going to be talking about those hacer expressions that we talked about, and I'm also going to be talking about just a general review of the preterite and the imperfect. Hola, Juan, Valentina, Adan, Dora, Yolanda. So first thing I want to do, hola Paco, is I want to take a look at página 19 and página 20 from your packets. So you had notes right here at the top. So if you take a look at this with these hace expressions, you have three different things that we're taking a look at. Hola Paco, Lupe, Natalia. So the first section here, this is talking about hace, time, expression, and verb in the present tense. Andrea. So these all you see, we have some sort of reference of time. Over here we have I have been working. So this is the present tense. It's something that's ongoing. So it started in the past and it's continuing now. So I have been working at Wegmans for a month. I have been studying Spanish for 5 years, which is the case for most of you guys. How long have you been sick? I have been living in New York for half a year. And then this last one here, right? Hace varios días. That's like we say several or various. So we have been looking for a new car for various days. Or we could say several days. That would be fine too. Okay? The second section, we're talking about hace, expression of time, and a verb in the preterite tense. So this is when we would say ago, is really how that goes. So if we have something like hace una hora que llegamos, notice our verb is conjugated in the preterite in these sentences over here with these hace expressions. This is ago, right? We arrived an hour ago. So the taxi left a half hour ago. So again, these hace expressions, these are with the preterite. So we have the preterite for ago. We saw that movie a week ago. I spoke with her a few days ago. I went to her house in Florida a year ago. Okay? So that's that second section. And then the last section, here we are talking about hacía with the imperfect tense. Okay, so remember when you're talking about the imperfect too, another way to remember this is when we're using the imperfect. Hola Maya, hola Timoteo y Demar. Welcome, bienvenidos. So for this section here, remember with that imperfect, this would be like the was or were whatever-ing. So they had been studying for 2 hours. How long had you been visiting Spain? He had been looking for his phone for an hour. We had been living in Mexico for a long time. And then at the bottom there, we had been waiting for him for 45 minutes. Okay, so this was all going back to us what Srta Picente had talked to you guys about on Tuesday. So in página 19, does anybody have any problems or questions that they want to ask there? If you're okay, just give me a thumbs up. Hola, Alicia. My guess is you probably did all right with this. Good. Gracias. Good job, Damar. Thank you. All right. So, gracias, Dora. All right. So, página 20 then. You can see I'm working from upstairs again. Trying to divide and conquer work in the house. All right, so we went to Spain 5 years ago. Hace 5 años que fuimos a España. That's going to be the preterite, the ago. If I see had been, and then I see the sleeping, that ing, right? Hacía una hora que él dormía. Okay? So, hacía una hora que él dormía. And then here we had, I have been studying. Here's that present tense. So, hace 4 años que yo estudio el español. Okay? And then this bottom section, hace un minuto que él me llamó. This would be ago. He called me a minute ago. Then the second one, right? Hacía 3 meses que ellos viajaban a Mexico. So this is that, right? They had been traveling to Mexico for 3 months. And then your last sentence there, hace una hora que yo espero a mis amigos en el parque, right? Here's that when the action of a verb is directed at a person or group of people, we want to use personal a before the mis amigos, who or what am I waiting for, right? So I have been waiting for friends in the park for an hour, okay? So, do you have questions on this page? Página 20. Otherwise, thumbs up again to you guys. I know there's a little bit of lag time on this. What do you think? Okay, gracias, Yolanda, Natalia, Adan. How are you guys, by the way? How you guys doing? You hanging in there all right? You bored? I know life is so boring without Spanish class. It's kind of dreary and dull, isn't it? I know. Yeah, I bet you're bored. We're getting bored too here. We've been taking our dogs for walks. I know our dogs are happy to have us at home, but it's just, sitting around, playing the Switch. Got a new Switch game, so that's exciting. Went to the library right before everything shut down, so was able to get some books and got some Switch games there too, so lucked out on that. So just so you guys know, for tomorrow's work, or today or tomorrow, however you want to look at it, you want to finish up with that packet with page 23. But if you go to the back page of your packet, did you make any more TikToks? It's funny. Abigail just asked me today. She wants me to do some TikTok with her. So stay tuned on that, I guess. Something to do later today, probably. Just, because what else is there to do but TikToks? I'm sure you guys have been making a lot of them. I miss seeing you guys groove. All right, so if you're on the last page of your packet here, okay, if I'm on the last page, and I'm just going to use this, or you can think about it, but towards the end of it, you're going to want to actually write these sentences down. I put together just a review of us. So you don't need to type them in because I know there's a whole delay in the way that this is transmitted. So we're talking about the preterite. So in your head, conjugate the verbs. Where are los juguetes? Oh, I'll have to get one for you, Dora. I didn't grab one today. I'll have to get one. When we're doing the sentence translations toward the end, I'll get you an amigo for sure, Dora. I know. It's not the same without the amigo. All right, so, this would be vendí because it's an ER verb. It would be an E at the end if it was an AR verb. Okay? How about this one? Producir. We're talking about the preterite here. So if it's the preterite, it's going to be, it's a J verb, so it's going to be produjeron. Remember, with those J verbs, we drop our I in the ending. Okay? It's one of those irregular ones. How about ser? Talking about the preterite. It's going to be fue. Fue. Remember, yo fui, yo fui, yo fui. That would be for ir to. Okay? Número 4. Be careful here. That's okay, Yolanda. If it was the imperfect, you would be spot on, girlfriend. All right, so be careful with number 4. If we're talking about in the preterite, number 4 is an IR verb. It's an IR verb that stem changes in the present tense. So that means in the preterite, it's going to stem change in the usted, ella, ustedes, ellos, and ellas form, and the E is going to change to an I. It's going to be mintieron. Mintieron. De mar, el rey. Number 5, charlar in the vosotros form. We're going to have charlastes, charlastes. Querer. Querer is one of those verbs that's a highly irregular. It's going to be quisiste. And then número 7, we have leer. Now, leer is unique too because it's a double vowel verb. Good job, Timoteo. So, leer is a double vowel verb, which means in the usted, ella, ustedes, ellos, and ellas form. Something's going to happen in those two forms because it's a double vowel. We're going to add a y, leyó. Okay, so that's the preterite. Good job, Timoteo. All right, so then we're talking about imperfect, okay? So imperfect, these are just basic conjugations. So we're going to have, for yo, it's going to be comía, comía. Ganar in the nosotros form for the imperfect. And this is what I've been noticing too with my 3s, where we're having, I'm not going to say just confusion is probably the right word, is people are using AR verb endings for ER and IR verbs and vice versa in the imperfect. Okay, so this would be ganábamos. Okay? And then if we have ser, yes, good, Damar. Good job with your accent too. Now, here we are, Yolanda, where this would be eras, right? Because we're talking about imperfect now. For vencer, for ellos, because we're talking about the imperfect here, that would be vencían. Then if I had ir for vosotros, the nice thing about those verbs in the imperfect form is that you really only have 3 irregulars, right? So, ibais, ella for entrar is going to be entraba. And then for siete, here's that third one that's irregular, that verb ver. It's the ustedes form. So it's going to be veían, okay? Veían. All right, so before we go on to the next thing, let's just make sure we have 2 words to help us remember the irregular uses. So the first one I'm looking for is for the preterite. What's the word that we're going to use to help us remember the uses of the preterite? Okay? So we have these 2 words, these acronyms to help us out. And if we're talking about the preterite, that word would be what? You can actually, yes, good, Dora. It's going to be Simba, right? So specific time, interrupting action, main event, beginnings and endings, and then arrivals and departures. That's for the preterite. How about the imperfect? So Simba's for the preterite. What is that word to help us with the imperfect? Yes, good, Yolanda. Waters, right? Weather, age, time, emotion, repetition, and then settings or descriptions. Okay? Hola, Sofia. All right, so now we have these sentences. I'm just going to see what happens if I turn my camera because, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Or is it sideways to you guys? Probably not. I don't know. Tell me if you need me to turn it back. You know how I am with spatial relations. All right, so I have 2 different blanks here. I have ella blank en el sendero fangoso cuando de repente un oso something. So, what would go in either of those blanks or both of those blanks? So this is an example of you have your background, right? Your ongoing action in the background, and then boom, something happens. Okay? So she was walking, caminaba en el sendero fangoso, cuando de repente un oso apareció. Anybody know what the word fangoso means? It was a word of the day that we did back when we were talking about ecoturismo, fangoso. It's a great word. It's a good checkpoint C word. Anybody remember what fangoso means? All right, I'm not sure if it's a lager, we don't remember, but it means muddy. It means muddy, okay? Here's the next one. Blank una tormenta fuerte con relámpagos y trueno. So, yes, Dora. Dora, say it after me. Yo soy inteligente. All right. So, blank una tormenta fuerte con relámpagos y trueno. So for this one, this is one of those things. There was a strong storm, lightning. Yep, it's going to be Ubo. Okay, so Timoteo and Yolanda, this is one of those things. This is considered a main event. The easiest way to think about a main event would be somebody, like there's a news reporter that is reporting on it. If I said there was thunder and lightning, that would be abia because it's setting the stage for the description. Okay? That's your setting, your background. But Ubo is like a main event. What's confusing this question, Yolanda? All right. So imagine this, Yolanda and Timoteo too. So you have a sentence like, there was an accident at the corner of Aralt, okay? You would see a news reporter there saying there was an accident, okay? There was a storm. There was a fire. There was a crash, whatever. So that type of thing is typically, you want to think of it this way. Remember that preterite concept falls under the umbrella. The big umbrella of it is completed action. And remember, I know it was a completed action. Okay? So there was a storm that would be a completed action. Okay? It began, it ended. There's a clear beginning and ending, which is going to fall under the category of preterite. Okay? But if you said there was thunder and lightning, okay, that would be, if I said to you guys, close your eyes so I can describe it, okay, that would be your setting or your description. But because of the fact that the there was is related to a storm and not thunder and lightning, what was there? What was the was related to? Was related to the storm. So because of that, that would have to be preterite. Hopefully that clarifies a little bit for you. Okay? Alright, so cuando ella something 15 años, blank en una residencia estudiantil en Quito por 6 meses. So because it says por 6 meses, that's a clear indicator of time, a specific time frame. Okay? So for this, you're going to have tenía and vivió, because we know when it began and ended, 6 months. I could put that on a calendar. That's the other thing about the last sentence, too, by the way, Yolanda and Timoteo. You could put it on a calendar, whatever date, March 22nd, major storm. Okay? Yes, good. Good job, Tamar. All right. Hola, Maria. Maria, guess what? I missed your birthday. I'm so bummed. Happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños. That's what the 24 is for, right? So happy belated birthday. I am so sad that I didn't get to see your smiling face on your birthday. I hope it was at least a decent one for you. Alright, so this is one of these, while you were obtaining the key from reception, the elevator arrived at the ground floor, okay? So this would be obten yes for the first one. And the second one, it's a completed action. Remember, arrivals and departures. Oh, don't sweat it. It was good. Yeah, I'm sure you did make the best out of it. That's one thing I like about you. Alright, so now Timoteo and Yolanda. Check this out. Okay? Blank mucha gente al concierto en la ciudad. Is this a main event? Or is it setting? Right? Because if it's a main event, it would be hubo. If it's setting, it's going to be había. In this case, it's going to be había. Yes. Good. Yes. Good, Yolanda. Yep. Good. All right. I'm happy to see that. Oh, claro. El rey. Alright, so this one here, we have a couple things going on. Blanket verano y blank soleado cuando mi vuelo blank en España. So you have three different things happening within this sentence. Era el verano time. Estaba soleado weather cuando mi vuelo aterrizó en España. Hola, Jesús. So when my plane landed in Spain, right? So when landed is essentially, clearly it's a completed action. It falls in line with the concept of arrivals and departures. Okay? Alright. Blank a llover mientras yo blank a mi hogar. So, remember, it's related to the point of the verb. So in this case, the point of the first verb is it began. Not it rained, it began. So, beginnings and endings are going to be in the preterite. While I was returning to my home, that's going to be volvía because you have the whole was returning. Okay, two separate things there. That's your background information and your interrupting action. Alright, so I'm going to show you this sentence. I received a scholarship from the university. I think there's 5 more. I received a scholarship from the university. You're not going to use recibir. I'm going to set my phone down for a second so I can get something for Dora. Hold on. I received a scholarship from the university. Okay, Dora. Here you go. Oh, these guys make me happy. Hola, Pablo. Here's your amigos para hoy. This is Moki Fraggle, right? If you don't know the Fraggles, you really need to check them out. This is Moki Fraggle. And this guy over here is Cotter Pindoozer from Fraggle Rock. Oh, I know. Amazing. Son asombrosos. Yo sé. Alright, so guys, this is one received. This is what we had talked about last week. So, this is a verb that changes meaning in the preterite. Okay? So, yo tuve una beca de la universidad. Remember, with those verbs that change meaning in the preterite, you have to think about it this way because they are logical. You don't simply have to memorize. We know the verb tener means to have. And when you begin to have something, right, for the first time, you received it. Okay? Yes, yo tuve, you got it. Good job, Yolanda. All right, so this one here, This is going back to what you guys practiced for today. Raquel watched the movie 2 days ago. Alright, so Raquel watched the movie 2 days ago. So this would be one of those, right? Hace 2 días que Raquel vio la película, right? Raquel vio la película hace 2 días. You could actually say miró la película as well, if I take a look at it a second time. Could use the verb mirar instead of ver. Okay, I think we have 3 more. They had been fighting for 3 hours. I don't know about you guys, but my girls are starting to get a little sick of each other being stuck in the house, right? So the fighting is unfortunate, but I think people are frustrated. So this is one of those had been, and then we see the ing, okay? So, hacía 3 horas que ellos either luchaban or peleaban would work too. All right, let's see what's the next one. Okay, we found out that the race was very long and hard. What do you think? We found out that the race was very long and hard. What do you think, Moki? ¿Qué piensas? ¿Qué piensas, Carter Penduzer? Hola, Patricia. Yes, good, Yolanda. You're totally getting this concept here, right? So this is another one that it changes meaning, right? Saber, when you know something, when you know a fact for the first time, you find it out. So, supimos que la carrera era muy larga y dura. Hola, Fonsi. Okay? Yes, good, Damar. And then last one here. I have been in my house for a week. What do you think? This is the last of those hace expressions that we were talking about. So, hace una semana que yo estoy en mi casa. So it started in the past. It's continuing now. We're going to use hace plus a verb in the present tense. Okay? All right. So, first off, page 23. That's the last page of the packet. Really just kind of putting everything together. I would advise you to write down your reasons because that'll help. How come you changed the sentence from 2 days ago, Rachel watched the movie, to Rachel watched the movie? It's kind of confused with. Let me. I don't know how to. Hold on. Can I? I want to see which one you're talking about. Oh, how come I changed it like that word order? Because you could say Raquel watched the movie 2 days ago, or 2 days ago Raquel watched the movie. With that specific example, the way that we worked on this in the packet, it showed both orders. So that's all. It's just the way the order is changed. My first sentence says 2 days ago Raquel watched the movie, and the second one says Raquel watched the movie 2 days ago. It's all right. I don't mind the question. It's not late. You guys there's a little bit of lag time on Instagram. What I like about it is that it gets saved for 24 hours. So, there I am. All right. So, you guys, first of all, page 23 of the packet, and then, second of all, that wasn't the sentence in English. I gotta go up there. Watch the movie. I don't know. I don't know that I understand what you're asking me, but the verb mirar means to watch. So does ver when you're using it with a TV or movie. So you could say miro la película. That would be okay too. All right. Oh, yeah. It doesn't, unfortunately, with the hacer expressions, it doesn't go right from English to Spanish. So because of that, it's just, it's a little more complicated. Hola, Luz. All right, so you guys that are still here with me, page 23. And then the second thing is, and I had talked about this with my threes yesterday, just to mention to keep an eye on whether it's your email or on Instagram. I'm considering doing like some sort of Google Hangouts. I asked my one group of threes yesterday, and they said that they preferred that over Zoom. So I was thinking about doing something like that, just not to do Spanish, just to catch up and chat. So keep an eye out for that, just because I think it would be nice for us to get together and just see each other's faces and see how everybody's doing. And beyond that, feel free to reach out to me if you guys have questions. And yeah, that's it. So page 23. Stay tuned. Next week we start Don Quixote. So that will be interesting for you guys to do that too. All right. Be safe. Be well. Try not to be too bored. Sure do miss you guys. All right. Talk to you soon. Here's Moki, Fraggle, and Cotterpin Doozer saying peace out.